everyone. It is Sherry and
Michelle, the Money Maven.
Michelle, the Money Maven. And she is encouraging us, motivating us. Michelle and I have been friends for what? The
like,
90s.
Yeah, since the 90s.
We were in sales together. And I always was inspired by Michelle because she always had this entrepreneurial experience and this spirit about her. So, tell me, Michelle, a little bit about, because you're not on your own, really. You're out there. She is doing it, y'all. She is tearing it up with her commercial business. So tell us a little bit about that.
Commercial mortgage broker and lender, actually. I give access to capital for those that want to get involved in commercial real estate, meaning like multifamilies, commercial spaces, industrial spaces, warehouses, self-storage, anything that's going to be income producing.
Yeah.
As far as real estate goes, I provide capital for it.
She's doing it. What is it about building wealth that some people find so challenging? Because we all want to do it, right?
Right.
We just don't necessarily know the tools of how to go about doing it. So what are some of the tools you think people should consider when they're going about this?
Well, I think the first thing is getting past believing you have to have a job and that's how you get your income, right? If you can get past that and know that you can create multiple streams of income from real estate and your other investments, then I think that's the first step, and that's the most important step, right? We're taught, go to school, get a great education and get a job, but that's not what's going to get you that wealth. That's not what's going to necessarily create your legacy.
Yeah. We talk about daring to live, what it means to be daring. We have all weathered some things, right?
Yes.
And so what does daring to live mean to you?
It means living your life in a way that most people think is unacceptable. Most people are like, you're on another trip? You're doing this? You don't have a job? You're living your life unapologetically. And to me, that's living there.
And you can take care of yourself without working for someone else.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can, and that's why, you inspire me, because for me, it's about having the freedom to do the things that you really enjoy. Having a job is great. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't work for corporate America, that you shouldn't be out there collecting a check. Don't get us wrong on that.
Right.
But, it's not for everyone. Right. It's not the only way. So tell me a little bit about what inspires you.
What inspires me?
Yeah. Who has inspired you?
People that have had challenges and overcome them, like serious challenges, whether it's an abusive childhood or life. Life can beat you down at times.
Seriously, girl.
And it's those people that, they don't dwell in a negative. They still can smile and laugh and live.
Yeah.
Those people, and I don't care who they are, they could be famous or infamous. Or just, my day-to-day friend.
Right.
Yep.
So when you think about, those things that have inspired you, what are some of the things that you've done? For example, because we always say that you look at other people's lives, but we don't realize if we look at our own lives, we have achieved some things in our own lives. They're like, other people look at it and they're like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've always been amazed with you in that you have always been like, I'm building an empire. So tell me, when you look at yourself, and I know you got some things to share. So when you think of yourself, what are some things you are proud of about yourself?
Well, I think coming from the East Side and being a teen mom, right? I was a teen mom, and I said, I'm going to the Marine Corps, like out of the blue.
I remember seeing pictures of her in her uniform.
Like, I'm going to the
Can you imagine as a beautiful woman, gorgeous. Okay, yeah.
And my family's like, what? And to be able to do that, like, I had a kid at home, and I had to detach from that and spend 3 months just in Marine Corps boot camp on Harris Island, South Carolina. That proved to me I could do anything.
Yeah.
And I've not devalued that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. That gave you some strength and fortitude, I bet.
Yes. Yeah. Where others would crumble, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, and I've seen her like push through some serious things. So when it comes to commercial real estate, what are some of those things that individuals should consider before they take the plunge?
Okay. Tolerance and patience.
Tolerance and patience.
Consider their
All right.
tolerance level and their
all right,
patience
so
level.
let's start with tolerance, because
Yes.
some of us, especially in 2008 when the
Yes.
everything fell out of the bottom.
I was there.
Oh my goodness. And you're like, oh my goodness, I guess I wasn't as, risk tolerant as I thought. So
Correct.
what do you mean when you say tolerance?
So it's not just risk tolerance, right?
Okay.
It's your stressors. Like, are you able to handle change and issues as they arise without, because let's say you still have your day job,
Right.
without causing yourself to have like a heart attack.
Yeah.
You need to know that you have that stillness, right?
Yes.
So you prepare yourself for that. You have to know, all right, it's not that big of a deal. So if you can build that, your tolerance for stressors.
So like say 1 to 5. If somebody is like like 1 being like, oh my goodness, the sky is falling out, or 5, I'm cool and calm. You need to be on more of that 5 spectrum, where no matter what comes your way, you're pretty much
Yes, you should be 3 to 5.
right. Okay.
Right? Because sometimes you do need to step it up a notch, but
Yeah.
you can't be a 1. And you should know your personality,
Yeah,
right?
we have to assess those things
Yes,
about ourselves,
yes.
right?
And,
okay.
and a lot of us don't.
Yeah.
And we think we can do everything, and we can't.
Right.
So then, if you're a 1, let's say, you hire someone to handle that for you.
Very good.
Right. And
So even though with your personality, you still can. There's other ways of workaround. So
yes,
hiring somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You hire someone you manage that manager, right? You
Right.
don't have to put yourself in the mix. I mean, because again, you're buying a job, right? You
Yeah.
already have one. Many of us have day jobs, so you already have the one job. Now you're going to buy another one in a
Yeah.
multifamily apartment building, let's say. So you can hire a property manager, put them in the building, and you can still be a 1.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
Patience.
Patience. All right. So I mean, now there's patience and there's patience. I
Yes.
mean, what's reasonable though? I mean, because if you invest in something, in any amount, right?
Yeah.
What is reasonable to expect? Because 10 years is a long time to have patience.
Yeah, but that's the stock market,
Right.
But let's say I have many ideas about how to make a multifamily apartment building profitable a lot faster than the stock market, but
Yeah.
that's for another time.
That's another conversation. We have to have Michelle the Money Maven back.
Right. That's another conversation. But you can just, when you're looking at commercial real estate, you look at your cap rate, right? And what's an acceptable cap rate for you?
Right.
Some people think 9 is acceptable. Some people think only 14 and above is acceptable.
So now we don't know anything about what cap rates mean.
Right, but we can talk about that.
I'll
too.
talk about that. Yeah. But that is something you have to kind of consider.
Yeah,
Right.
cap rate and ROI.
Okay, return on investment, right? So when you're talking about the patience part of it, it's just being able to know that okay, you have other income somewhere where you're not going to be worried about
Yes.
necessarily getting something back immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you create multiple streams of income,
Okay.
and just know that your returns will come.
Very
Just
good.
know that your returns will come because you make a great real estate deal on the front end. You buy right. You don't.
That's key.
Yes, you don't buy wrong
Right.
and try to make it right.
Yeah. All right. And then when we're talking about, going for everything we want, this is the end of another decade.
I know.
Another decade is ending. Another one is beginning. Have you given any thought about how you want to finish up this year?
Celebrating my 50th birthday.
Oh, she doesn't look at y'all, does she?
I've been.
She looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've been. I'm only on the 4th celebration.
Okay. How many would there be? 50? Would there be 50 celebrations?
There will be 50. There will be 50.
Okay.
I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to go hang out with my daughter in San Diego for the weekend, and so
Okay.
that'll
Very
be
good.
5th celebration.
Wonderful. And then I always think about those questions that one is asked during an interview. and the interviewer would say, okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Right.
So for 2020, where do you see yourself? What do you see as those nuggets that you like to kind of either begin or you want to achieve in 2020?
Wow. I've already started it.
Yeah.
Right? Like this.
Yes, your business.
No, talking on
Talking
camera.
on camera? Oh my
And-
goodness, you're natural though.
Yeah, well, and building my own brand, right? Like
Right.
I've worked for investment companies, mortgage lenders, and I've built their brands, and I never built my own. So at this juncture, I've decided 2020, it's all about Michelle's brand, Michelle the Money Maven.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter where the money comes from that I'm getting you to invest in your real estate ventures, because you're going to know that if I'm working with you, it's a
It's
done
legit.
deal.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So are you just going to build on what you already have, the
Yes.
building blocks,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
All right.
Continue to grow, continue to help people. Like I've decided, because I used to have a loan modification company where I assisted homeowners in avoiding foreclosure. I've decided I still need to have some aspect of that business
Yeah.
where I'm assisting homeowners and not just working with real estate investors and getting them on the path of, on their wealth path.
Yeah.
I want to help still.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I have to increase
and that's
that.
needed because you so often you start off young and you don't really know how important great credit is, how
Yes.
important it is to set up a foundation so that years later you can have access to resources to build.
Yes.
So sometimes we need help
Yeah.
to kind of, you don't even have to be young. There's many people who are older
Yeah.
who have found themselves in situations where they need that assistance. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I agree. Too many people.
Yes. So as we wind up, tell me, what are you thinking about when it comes to daring to live for your life outside of work?
Oh.
Because here's the thing,
Yes.
career is wonderful, but, many people say on their deathbed that, it's not the be all end all.
No.
So what is it outside of work? It could be anything.
Oh,
That-
there's the thing.
The thing?
The thing is travel. Like,
Travel.
Yes.
I love to travel too.
I know.
Yeah. We have that in common. So, and you've traveled alone. Have you traveled alone?
alone a lot. Yes.
Yeah. And so, what I love about Michelle is that, she's like me in many ways in that, we're not going to wait on people to join along.
No.
We like to have people join along.
Yes.
But, the whole aspect of just getting outside yourself. Tell us about some of your favorite jaunts. 'Cause she's been all over, y'all.
Costa Rica
Oh,
and the
Costa Rica.
suspended bridges.
Oh.
That was one of the things that I thought, okay, I'm not ever doing that.
Right.
Looking down on the trees, walking on a bridge that's swinging left to right.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 of them just kept going, and they kept getting higher and higher and higher. That was one of my favorites.
Wow.
And then floating in the mud in was it Costa Rica or Colombia?
Wow.
One of them.
Colombia. I've never been to either of those, so I've got to go.
Oh my goodness! I think I've been working my way down
Really?
through Central America and South America, but it's like my favorite places. But yeah, that was my favorite. The suspended bridges, and then floating in the mud in either Costa Rica or Colombia. I can't remember.
Well, a lot of fun to be had.
Yes.
As people are building their wealth to travel, to do those great things, how would someone go about reaching you and learning or connecting with you if they want to get more information?
Okay. A couple different ways.
Yes. Yes.
Michelle, the Money Maven. Michelle at themoneymaven.com.
And how you spelling Michelle so everybody knows?
MICHELLE
Okay.
at MichelleTheMoneyMaven.com.
Right.
And 248-298-9134.
Say that number again, Michelle.
248-298-9134.
All right, great. So, we're going to wind up. Right now, I had a good time talking to you. You're my girl.
Mine too.
And I really enjoy, speaking to fabulous women and men, thank you, Slim, who are daring to live. Michelle, you're gonna get your Dare Diva cap
I
too.
do.
We're
I love
gonna
it.
get her cap too. But just thank you so much for listening in, joining in. We just want to encourage you, inspire you to be daring, to dare to live, because hey, we only got one life. One. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.